everybody. We'll explain all about that shortly. Welcome to Vapecast episode number 5 on the Vape Show with me, hashtag One Job John.
And me, Vaxo Jake.
What was so funny, Mr. Jake Vape? What was so amusing there?
Well, for the viewers at home that don't know, when John's about to hit the live button, I get ready to and John went like that, boom, and started talking, and I went, oh no, so he'd missed the button, I reckon.
I pretty much put my hands in the air to go, yes, everybody. And as I put my hands up in the air, I looked at the camera and I was like, I have unmuted the microphones, but I haven't actually turned on the recording or transitioned the recording. So I had to hit the transition button. Basically started that all over again. But anyway, that's why they call me hashtag One Job John. How is everybody doing? And thank you so much for joining our 5th, can you believe it, Mr. Jake Vape? Our 5th Vapecast episode. I got to say, a big thank you to everybody that has watched the Vapecast, because we have had almost 1,000 views on our first few Vapecasts, which is genuinely means the world to us. So thank you very much for listening in. Now we've got a few things that we're going to cover on this week's Vapecast. We're going to kick it off with a little section that I've called Disposable Destroyer. We're going to have a little chat about the www, the wonderful world of Winternet. And we're going to chat also a little bit about the Vaper Expo on the horizon. So that is what we've got coming up on this week's Vapecast. But in the meantime, Mr. Jake Vapes, how the devil are you, sir?
Well, for anyone that's a long-time viewer, I've had massive toothache for ages, got a little temporary repair, and now it's played up. So if you've got toothache, drop a comment, let me know.
You're supposed to just say, yeah, I'm great.
Because there'll be people watching going, oh, I've got toothache. Oh, what did you do to remedy it?
I'll relate. Anybody had any teeth removed recently? Should we just make this about dentistry, shall we?
That's it. I mean, why not? The Vape Dental Show.
What are we vaping on?
A mixture at the moment. So I am on the lovely Inikin device, Chroma 217. Quite getting on with the second coil, as you know, or people may know. Wasn't a fan of the original, and I am also on the H45, and they did send me a replacement. So as you can see, no.
This is purely a voice Vapecast, not no visuals. So you didn't see anything there, ladies and gentlemen.
People just listen.
It's I mean, well, as I say, it's.
I think that is genuinely like. It's not on the crack on the seam where it was leaking before, so I think that could just be condensation. It's nowhere near what it was before. So yeah, so they currently sent me a replacement, so it is fully working now, and I do believe that is just condensation. Well, I got worried.
I've got to say, Jake, I have my Geek Vape H45 here. I haven't used this since I had the vids, because I upgraded to the 65 and stuck with that, and it is literally bone dry on that pod.
I can't see because I'm not a street
given that it's sat unused, haven't moved it, and there is liquid in it, I would expect on any single pod device for there to have been some liquid underneath. So for there to be absolutely none there is a definite plus point for that one. Definite plus point. What about your liquid? You want some salty goodness?
Yes, I've made up my own. This is a cherry, strawberry, and I'll let you know in a minute.
He's feeding their bottles. What he's done, that looks like something else.
It's High Nick. High
Nick.
Cherry, strawberry, and something.
Something. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on mango.
I can't pick it out. I can't remember.
Peach and something. But that something is pineapple. And that is the Riot Squad punks that I've got that little bit left of in there. That's what I've been a bit.
For people wondering, guys, I didn't buy a 30mm. I had concentrate and stuff, and I used Medusa Nick salts to bring up the nickel level. And it might just actually be the two flavors in there, and it's the Nick giving it a strange extra
You're
taste.
A funny chap, you, ain't you? But you can't remember. You've got no idea what you mix, but you're vaping it anyway.
Hey, I like it. You know what I mean? Well, you know me. I will mix something, leave it to steep and get to the right flavour, and then I don't write on the bottle, and I forget.
That's it,
I've
exactly.
got,
Ooh, we've got another potluck liquid this week, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah, I've got like a Heisenberg
I was
looking
going to say that
menthol.
looks cold, and that may sound silly because it's a liquid, but it's blue and it's a light
Yeah,
blue.
but it's not. It's actually quite nice. It's
But I
lemon and
like the
lime
way you're sort of
aniseed.
so surprised there. You made
Well,
it,
it
and you're
was the
like,
lemon.
Billy, all
I
right.
just thought I don't like lemon and lime, but I like aniseed. Put them together, see what happens, and yeah, lemon and lime aniseed. It works. Try it, guys.
Baseline
What
tolerable.
what about you? What have you been chuffing on other than the guava?
No, it's not the guava one. We haven't got any of the guava one because it sold out so quick.
Oh,
That no, I pretty much vaped it all. No, I didn't. It
you
was a
did.
popular sale. It just so happened that we ended up with a few bottles of the Punk's Mango, Peach and Pineapple, and I just fancied a little dabble on it. And it is a very very nice flavour. If you do like your tropicals, it's definitely one worth checking out. Other than that, last week I got through the Dripper Labs, and I've been impressed with the Dripper Labs. I think flavour wise, they're very very nice liquids. Even if they are people's custom mixes and what have you, the actual flavour, the sweetness and what have you, the delivery of it, I think is good. Bodes well for the other variations that they have on their website. But we're going to be doing a full show with those guys soon, so make sure you have, of course, subscribed to the channel, turned on those notifications, and Jake's going to say his thing.
Like Love Chris channel. Boom.
Yeah! Beautiful, beautiful. So, section number one on our little talk list is Disposable Destroyer. Well,
I'll sit this one out, lads and ladies. Go for it, John.
it's not so much Disposable Destroyer, but look, I know there's not a lot that we could do about disposables other than whinge and whinge and whinge. We whinge till we're blue in the face. What can we do? We could be proactive as is possible. So, I was approached the other day by a company, and they said, would we review their product? And it is so I went and had a look on their website, and it's a replaceable pod system. So the battery gets recharged, and you simply buy the replacement pods. And it's still not as good as a replaceable coil, but it's a significant step away from throwing a battery away every time you finish your device. So I thought, why don't we start a playlist on the Vape Show YouTube channel and put every review of every every pod system that we would consider as a better alternate to a disposable, on the basis of it being either reusable pods or ideally reusable pods and reusable coils. And then that way people can have a look there and they can see what we think of the particular devices. So I'm sure, Jake, you've got a favorite recently that you may have tried that's got a couple of letters in it beginning with and ending in E. No, so you wouldn't put it in an MVP in there, Jake? No.
For a price point, yes, but no adjustable airflow, very low on battery. It's not something I can take out and all day. And I would class this, as a pod, as more of a pod moddy because it's a bit chunkier. But
Yeah,
I'd say this at the moment is doing it for me.
it's
I
like you
did
say.
like the MVP, but it's the battery life just isn't there for me.
It's like everything. It's going to be a question of how far do you go before you no longer classify it as an equivalent to a disposable. And I think what we'll
Yeah.
do is we'll put a cut off at £20, and we'll say a £20, because in theory, a 10 ml salt you'll be able to use in theory 5 times, but realistically you should get 4 refills out of the 10 ml to be the equivalent of 4 disposables. Would you say that was fair, Jake? Even though you've got actually
I
5.
would say with it being almost 2 mil compatible devices, it'd be 5 fills, wouldn't it? So
Yeah,
I would
theoretically.
say, go on.
No, I was just to say, because some people have argued the point that you'll get more out of the 2 ml disposables because of how
You
they
will,
vape.
yeah, you will because of the power that goes through the coil. But equally, as an example, I don't know if John's got one to hand. There was the little Inikin IO, which was super small, 1.2 for anyone that is watching. 1.2, like you're talking just bigger than your little
Little
pinky
finger. Yeah, teeny
nail.
weeny little thing.
Yeah. Now that 1.2 mil lasts me probably 4, 5, maybe even 6 times longer than the 2 mil in the Anakin
Yeah, I was going to
Chroma.
say liquid wise. So yeah, that it will depend on the device.
The
But yeah, I
wattage,
think it's fair
the
that
wattage
if we were to
does.
set price point wise, max £20, and if you can buy the device for less than £20,
I would say if we say 25 all in, so you say the device is £20, that's what we'll say for the device. £4, £5 for a
it
salt.
leaves you a couple of quid for some salt left over, and then that's going to give you the equivalent to what price wise. Yes, you might be able to buy
5 or
bundle deals
6
cheaper.
disposables.
If anybody wants to argue, but yeah, you're going to get about the same amount in disposables, same price. So basically, in the
Oh no,
space,
I was saying you'd have to buy 5 or 6 disposables
yeah,
because 5 or 6.
yeah, we're roundabouts. We're roundabouts there and there.
£7 a disposable now seems to be the going price. But even if you said a fiver and you bought 5, 25 quid. But after the fact, on a rechargeable like the IO or the MVP, you're only paying, even if you were, for whatever reason, hammering a 10 mil salt every 2 days, you're still max going to be paying 12 quid that following week,
So,
as opposed to the
if you're a
25.
heavyweight user, then yeah, basically within,
Yeah.
if you're a heavy, let's just say, if you're a heavy user, so you're someone that's coming off a large amount of cigarettes and you're chuffing away, this is probably about a week's worth of use equivalent on that basis. It is around about, you could almost say closer to 2 weeks, and it would be the equivalent with the hardware and the liquid that you're buying. So that
Yeah.
eliminates price out of the equation. That says in the space of 2 weeks, you'll have covered your device. So from then on, you're only going to be needing to buy salts or replaceable pods for your particular device. And again, we'll cover the sort of the costings and what have you in the
I'd
reviews.
say you'd do it in a week, because even if you say low end disposables are a fiver, you will buy 5 in a week. That's 25 quid.
Yep.
You spend 25 quid on the first week, and there you go. You've got your money back and still got a device.
That's it, exactly. You're
So
walking away with a lovely device at the end of it. And if, like for example, the H45, if that ever got down to the £20 mark, you are walking away with a lovely device. But if it is over £20 to buy right now, then we won't include it in a disposable destroyer comparison just because of that price point, just to try and keep some parameters on there. But the likes of the Anakin MVP, the likes of the Caliburn G, the likes of the what else are we going to be looking at? It will be things like,
Wenax, absolutely love the Wenax range from Geek Vape.
and then we've got Vapefly have
Yeah, they've got the pod in, not the pod in. Anakin have got the pod in as well. That's under
Yeah.
the 20. What vape I got? The Vladin? No, not Vladin.
can't think of the name. It's a tip of me tongue, but it's gone. You've got the likes of the Oxford Glim. You've got this new one that I'm going to be doing a review on. Keep your eyes peeled for that one soon. Those kind of devices. Yeah, hopefully we can provide the information for people to make a more sensible choice of getting this replaceable pod system without spending loads of money and still making that transition. Guys, got to remember, that's less than the cost of 2 packets of cigarettes these days. So that's the goal. That's the aim with the little disposable destroyer playlist.
SX Mini Standard Edition, so not the Pro, which is the one that has the engraved whatever. You can get these for under 20 quid now, and I highly recommend them. And not only do they have a pod, it is replaceable coils.
Makes it
and if
even
you go for
better.
the special one, you get a little lanyard and you get a little drip tip
So
cover.
I genuinely, it's silly. We will give it bonus points if you can replace the coil, because that makes it even less wastage from the device. And that's what this is all about. It's about hammering down that wastage and stopping, or at least maybe slowing down slightly, this influx of these disposable systems that are just nothing but a problem. But that's enough chat about disposables, Mr. Jake Vapes. That is enough chat about disposables. Now, Jake,
let's move on to section 2 then, Joe. What have we got for part 2?
if I said to you, www. I've got to be careful now because I'm going to think up of something random. www.bananasuppliesuk.com. Would you think that was a UK business that was supplying bananas?
I would. I wonder where. I wonder where he's going, guys.
So I've seen a lot of this around. I've been contacted by a lot of companies, and they're starting to incorporate UK into their name. And you could say, oh yes, that's just so that people in the UK know which one to use. I personally think, now I might be wrong, and I'll see what Mr. Jake Vape thinks in a second, that these are companies are using that to make it look like it is actually a UK company, so that people that want to spend their money with a UK company do, and then only find out afterwards that it's not actually a UK company. Do you think I'm on the right lines with that, Jake, or would you think otherwise?
I agree with the point of they may have done it so that 2 mil compliant, TPD, and all that jazz. That's why they put UK. But they don't really need to put that in the title of their name or their website. They could just have a section saying UK, USA, or UK, or just have a section that says TPD that covers
One
everywhere.
website and drop down options.
Yeah. Or if they want to tell people that they're TPD compliant for the UK, put TPD compliant in the title, or TPD. It's one extra letter, and
Yep.
people would know. You know what I mean?
Definitely noticed.
I do agree with you. Bananasupplies.com. They've let me down. Apples and oranges.
They didn't.
You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I think they've done it for both reasons. You know what I mean? More edging to say, oh yeah, we're a UK company, but we're not. And then you buy it, it's £5-10 cheaper. You've got the 35-day wait, then possibly an import, then possibly a shipping fee, and then you paid more than you would have done. But they got a sale out of you.
I noticed it first on eBay because you'll scroll down all the pictures and then there will be this big flag, big British flag, and then you'll have UK, and then sometimes it might say UK supplied, sometimes it might say something else, but you know that is definitely there, giving you the impression this is a UK company. But then when you have a look, it's not. It's going to take about 3 weeks to get to you. And generally speaking, it's yes, okay. There are some that are UK companies, and it does take them that long because they're just drop shipping. But I say, it's just a word of caution.
Well, that does lead us on to the next subject.
It does, but I'm going to throw a shoehorn in here just before we get onto the next subject. This is a quick one about
it was people. A good segue. Go on then.
About people getting scammed. Now, I received a message on Instagram the other day because I put a picture up of myself with my dog, and it was this dog company, and they sold bandanas for dogs. And they said, oh, we loved your picture. We think you'd be a great representation for our company. It was a bit odd because it's sort of, majority vape stuff and that might be frowned upon, but whatever. They said, if you'd like some free bandanas, you can choose up to 7 from our website. And it's like, oh, all right, cool. But you'll have to pay shipping. And I was like, oh, okay. Google the company. That's all I'm saying. If you get contacted by somebody, Google the company and see what comes up. And it wasn't very long before I got scam. They won't send you anything out. They just pay over the odds on delivery, and then you end up losing delivery, or that's how they're making their money. Basically, they're charging you in the delivery side of things, or they just won't send you anything at all. So
they're basically saying, yeah, just pay shipping. It's $30, whatever that converts to, but it's actually 20. They're pocketing the
you didn't pay for the extra protected shipping, and subsequently you can't get a refund. So they've got money for nothing for sending you an Instagram message and duping you into thinking that they wanted you as an influencer. So just be careful out there, guys. Be careful.
Or what they could do is say you didn't pay for the upgraded, so there is no tracking. It must have got lost, and not send you anything and keep the full 30 or whatever they're charging. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, as I say, and there was lots of people that said that same thing. So I just ended it there. I'm not prepared to take the risk because I don't need doggy bandanas, and I'm not going to pay to
a bit of a
product.
Bit of a weird one.
We kind of do it anyway, in the second-hand world that we do, and then we show you guys these products. But yeah, anyways.
But anyway, so yeah, that leads me brilliant segue. As we just mentioned the UK thing. This next segment is about the Vaper Expo, and John gave me a list of names for me to Google it. And Vaper Expo, it's happening.
For years, I thought they were finished.
Still going, mate. Still going. Took a little hiatus. But yeah, John gave me a bunch of names, and I searched them, and some of them had UK in, and I was like, oh, it's asked if I'm over 21 in this state, which
interesting.
Anyone living in the UK knows we don't have states. We've got postcodes that are your areas. You've got your countries. You know what I mean? Counties. We don't do states. So I had a little look, and it was priced in pounds though when you went through. So I think they didn't realize that UK don't have states, and they're not in the UK. We noticed that with a couple. John, what did you notice when we were doing a little check on the old Expo?
Well, I wanted to have a look because we are a bit skeptical with feedback that we got from the previous the Dubai event and the Worldwide Vaper Expo, and then the London one as well. That there is we're pod heavy, let's say pod heavy.
Yeah.
We did expect an uplift, and thankfully for me, from what we had a look at, depending on what these companies take with them, because as an example, Dr. Vapes, Frost, Nasty Juice, they all have liquid and disposables. But a lot of these companies are just disposable and pod type, hopefully disposable destroyer type pod systems.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Ruthless, Loaded, they do juice and disposables.
yeah,
Inikin do disposable.
you
Geek
don't
Vape.
want to see,
Geek
I wouldn't want to turn up to the expo and find that it was predominantly disposables everywhere or just little pod systems because
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that you can vape inside, but if they do say you've got to go outside or they have an open area for testing, I wouldn't mind it because obviously it's protecting people that may have COVID still, etc. But they haven't confirmed anything in the publication yet, so
now
I
you said
want to see that.
you'd be happy if they said that you could vape inside, but you're not planning on going, are you, Mr. J?
Outside. I said outside, but
No,
yeah.
but I mean, that's in. Why would it matter to you if you're not going?
Well, yeah. If they said definitely in the publication and said, yeah, guys, you're going to be able to vape inside. You're going to have to bring your own drip tips, or there's going to be disposable drip tips that you
It
can
will
use.
be very interesting to see how they're going to do it.
Well, they have had disposable drip tips at most stands for quite a while. So if they had that still, or if they had the bring your own drip tip, whatever, I wouldn't mind, and I would go. But my main reason for not going is a couple of people had said how you wouldn't be able to vape there. And that's what I go for. Try new flavors and obviously meet up with you guys, you lovely ladies, gents, and frying pans. But yeah, if I was just going, no offense, all that way, spending all that money just to meet up with you, why don't I just arrange a meet up without it being there and paying for tickets and travel expenses, etc. You know what I mean?
In doodly dandy. I still would like to go. It's going to be a lastminute.com thing if it does happen, because I haven't booked any flights or anything in preparation for it. It is May. We are in February, so there is still a little bit of time before the flights actually become then too expensive for me to do it at all. So who knows? Who knows? I might make it. I might not. I could say
I'll be at the October one.
You will be at the October one.
I will.
There we
I
go.
will.
He said it here. You heard it here first. He will be at the October one. I can't say neither because I'm one of them people. It's like, well, I don't know because I might have got hit by a bus or something. No, I know. I could be deed. But yeah, no. I mean, I would, as I say, I would love to go to every single expo on this planet. So if bizarrely there is like a big company they're listening and they want to send two Muppets around the world to go to all the expos and let everybody know what it's like at these events, then drop us a line, mate. We'll be all over it. I'm sure Jake's absolutely fine with flying, aren't you, Jake?
I wouldn't mind. They wouldn't have to pay for the flights. They wouldn't have to pay for the accommodation. I would pay out of my own pocket for that. They just need to put the money behind the bar for alcohol. I would get my money back. Yeah.
I'm
any
sure
companies
you would,
out there,
and some. Tell you what. Here's the deal, then, guys. Here's the deal. Don't have to put the money behind the bar, but you do have to pay for the flights. So now we can't, and the accommodation. We can't say fairer than that. You know what I mean? We're saving you money here now. We're saving you money.
well, yeah, because it could be putting the money behind the bar. And let's just say, bottle of whiskey a night, easily done. Easily done.
Yes, it's before lunchtime, my friend. That's before lunchtime.
As I say, that's just me. You'll be cracking fucking kegs of ale and lager.
I'll get one of the mobility scooters, get a trailer on the back, and I'll have my own keg on the trailer. Oh yes.
And I'll have a keg of whiskey on a mobility scooter.
You just have it in an IV. Just walk around with it like this, go straight in. But it would be interesting to hear from you guys who is going to the May Expo, who's not going to be making May, looking forward to October, who doesn't bother with expos at all. It would be interesting to hear your thoughts on the expos in general. As I say, the last one that we were at was a while ago, and we did thoroughly enjoy it.
2 years.
And I'm
2 years in May.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the face of it hasn't changed too much. We know, of course, the lovely Johnny is going to be a host with the most, but
Mr. Johnny, anyone watching, he's always like this.
You'll know it.
Signature pose.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to know who's going and why, and who's not going and why. So if you want to drop a comment down below, guys, and just let us know your thoughts on any of the subjects we've covered.
Yes, indeed. And also, just as we wrap up this week's Vapecast, if you do have any devices that you think me and Jake should have a look at for the Disposable Destroyer title, let's see if we can get a really nice collection of devices that people can buy instead of the dirty disposables, and see if we can help people on the right path.
Don't like them.
into the wonderful world of vaping without these flipping disposables going. But anyway, like I said, enough about all that chat. So, Jake, is there anything else you would like to add on to the end of this week's Vapecast?
Well, I would say there is the little promo we've got going on.
Ooh, a promo, you say?
It's from the live shows. So for any of you that just watched for the Vapecast podcast, don't worry, I'm not going to blow your ears off. But basically, each Monday now, we're going to reveal a £15 special. So you send over £15 on the Monday for the dedicated show that we select, this week being Wednesday the 2nd. So if you send £15 over today, you will get £15 to spend on tickets in Wednesday's raffle. So you get 5 tickets in the first raffle, and if you win, you win that item. Boom, amazing. But if you don't win the item and your 5 tickets lose, so you've put your 5 tickets into game number 1 and someone else wins, we will give you £20, an extra £5 to spend on merchandise.
That's more than they paid for the tickets.
Exactly. So it's a no-lose special Monday only.
You get yourself a t-shirt and a koozie.
That's it. That's it.
What a chance of winning yourself some hardware on the actual live show. Well, Mr. Jake,
or
say fair than that, can you?
With the £20, if you wanted to add an extra tenner or 20 quid because you saw a hoodie or you wanted a good couple of t-shirts, couple of whatever, you can add your own money to that and say, oh, you know, the £20 I've got, can I add 20 quid to it or whatever?
You can't say fairer than that, Jake. You can't say fairer than that.
That's it. That's it.
Beautiful stuff. Well, that's a lovely note to end episode 5 of the Vape Show Vapecast podcast. Thank you very much. If you have listened to this far, you are an absolute legend. But all that's left to say is from me, #OneJobJohn.
And from me, Fluff Sake Jake.
Catch you all later.